The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, congratulations to Jan. She just won 50th Street Copper Caboose, 50th Street Caboose bucks. So you can go over to 50th Street Caboose and get lunch, dinner, take the family, maybe you can do some carry out or just, go in and take the troops, have some fun, play some games, all those kinds of things, and you'll have a big time. So that's thanks to Jan for watching this morning and calling in on the Visual Edge IT hotline, and $50 in 50th Street Caboose bucks go to her.
Because she spotted Joey this morning.
She spotted Joey on the shelf, and Joey was on Jamie's mic stand.
Joey on the mic stand.
Joey on the mic stand this morning. I should say why she won, shouldn't I? That would be
tends to help.
Radio 101 right there.
All right, tomorrow, last day. Tomorrow, Joey will be giving away 2 tickets to the Tech Kansas basketball game.
Okay.
So Joey comes bearing very good gifts.
That could be a really interesting environment given the what happened at the football game.
There'll probably be some signs or some jokes about that. Yeah, you're probably right.
Maybe Mac the Knife songs or something along those lines.
Has the mood around him changed in Lawrence?
I think it has a little bit. I think the losing, I think the fact that they, tore down the stadium and rebuilt it, and then I've not been there to see did this particular incident, but a couple of my buddies are like, man, not really all in on him.
I just wonder. I mean, their team, they looked like they mailed it in after what happened here in Lubbock, and I don't know, maybe I'm completely off on this, and it wouldn't be the first time I've been completely off on things, but it just feels like to me when you're exposed as being deceitful and a liar in that situation, and the program was kind of embarrassed that the lack of respect or whatever from the underlings, a.k.a. the players, was probably not there as much as it once was. I could be just completely off because I know nothing about what's going on inside that program.
Yeah,
maybe they all thought, we stand behind Coach 100%. I have no idea, but that was a really bad look.
Yeah, I think the season and everything along those lines just kind of it all.
Yeah, obviously, if you go on to win a bunch of games after that, you're just completely forgetting about it. And you're saying, well, the whole situation galvanized the team that came together.
Right.
Us against the world.
Right.
Yeah, that was not what happened.
No. I saw this as kind of a potpourri morning. I've got a couple other things here for you, but this is I saw this and I thought, well, good for them. So the New York Knickerbockers won the NBA Cup, right? They beat the San Antonio Spurs Tuesday night. They become the third NBA Cup champion since its inception in 2023. The players get a bonus of $530,000. But the Knicks are not going to hang a banner for that, quote, Cup championship, Jamie.
Okay.
They're going to celebrate the win at their home game tomorrow night against the Philadelphia 76ers, but they're not planning on hanging a banner because they don't want to distract from the bigger goal of winning the NBA Finals. Okay. Which they have not done, I think it's 1973. They will become the first NBA Cup champions not to hang a banner. The Lakers were reluctant to hang a banner when they won, given they don't hang banners for anything other than NBA championships. However, they reversed course and hung a banner. The Milwaukee Bucks celebrated that accomplishment with a banner, hanging it next to their NBA championship banner from 1971. But the Knicks will not do this. I think that's good, don't you? You don't care one way or the other?
I don't have a strong opinion on whether it's good or not.
Okay.
I don't. I mean, I get the symbolism of we're going for the bigger goal. Mm-hmm. But we don't want to distract from the bigger goal. You know, like their players head out on the court to warm up, and hey, we got a big game tonight against the Celtics. We're fighting for the number 2 spot in the Eastern Conference. You know, we're coming down the wire here, oh, hey, look at that. We won the NBA Cup this year. Oh, man, we're good.
Back in December.
Yeah, man. Hey, we're good. Hey, hand me a beer. I don't need to shoot. I don't need to shoot around today. I'll come out when we get ready. I'm good.
Where's
my
ring for that?
Yeah. Hey, let's go throw some dice in the locker room. Is it really distracting anybody from anything?
Play some cards. Well, no,
the symbolism of it. I get.
I think that's really what it is. It's the symbolism of it.
But is it really doing anything?
It's gathering dust, maybe.
No, but it's not because they didn't put it up.
I know. That's what I said.
Technically, I guess you're right. My bad. I'm sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, it's gathering dust somewhere in a locker or somewhere in a closet.
I just thought. Well, to me, that's a very kind of in recent years very un-Knick thing because it seems like the Knicks always make bad decisions, kind of like the Jets. It seems like.
There's been some of that. Yeah.
It seems like they make some.
So this is a good decision?
I think so.
We're counting this one as a good one.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not gonna. I couldn't care less about the New York Knickerbockers or anything like that. I think it would be fun to see them win something. I think it'd be fun to see a New York team like the Knicks or the Jets. I think it would be interesting to see what that would do for that city. We've seen what it's done for the Yankees. Obviously, even though it's been a little while since they won a World Series. It's a Yankee town. I understand that, but I think there's some really diehard Knickerbocker fans and Jet fans that would really get jacked up about, if their team even sniffed at a championship, the level of excitement and things like that.
I'm sure it would.
Would be. I think it'd be off the chart.
But I would think that about any city in America.
Pretty much,
bet you their fan base would be, really jacked up if they won a championship.
Some more than others because
wait till you see Lubbock, Texas after the national championship, Chuck. This place can explode.
I think you're right on that. So, what's your percentage on the national championship?
1 out of 12.
Okay, 1 out of 12. Right.
Oh, come on! You got a better chance than James Madison. Got to put him above
1 out of 11.
This is the Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
6:45 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Today is Thursday, December the 18th, 2025. Time for this day in sports history. Here is Jeff McGuire.
Not gonna lie, it's a light day.
Okay.
But what it loses in the history, it makes up for in birthdays. So be ready for those. 1949.
Next week is a pretty big birthday, too.
Allegedly, yes. 1940. Although, do we celebrate? We are going to celebrate his birthday, but we would, because there's that. I don't know where the resurrection comes in the. We don't talk about people who have died. I got to do some research on that. 1949. National Football League Championship, Philadelphia Eagles beat the Los Angeles Rams 14-0. Played in a driving rain that caused the field to become a mud pit. 1959, gentlemen. Sammy Baugh is named the first coach of the New York Titans. This is in the AFL.
He great quarterback, lousy coach. Right?
A lot of people fit in that category.
Yeah. Yep.
Great nickname. 1983, NBA San Diego Clippers and a 29-game road losing streak. That's a lot of road games. 2011, Jordan Tolbert had 21 points and 7 rebounds to lead Texas Tech to an 87-59 win against Grambling State.
Jordan Tolbert, man, there's a name we haven't heard from. Yeah, right.
He still has my favorite answer ever to a question at a press conference. Billy Gillispie was jumping on about something. And no, the question was, well, what did you learn in practice this week? And Jordan said, I learned I'm not a good listener. Which immediately replies, well, how did that happen, Jordan? And so, coach was jumping on us about something, and he was asking, telling us how to do something. He looked at me and said, and Jordan, what did I just say? And I said, I didn't know. And the follow-up was, and how did Gillespie take that? Oh, he was nice. Had this big old grin on his face, and it was funny. Yeah, it might have been a situation where you had to be there, but that is my favorite answer ever at a press conference. National Roast Suckling Pig Day. I'm not sure I've ever had it. I've had a lot of different versions of the pig, but I don't think I've ever had suckling pig. That's where they got the apple in the mouth.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Like it's a
it's on a pit. Yeah.
I've never had it. I would love to try it. I mean, it's pig. It can't be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Birthdays today, as stated earlier, what today lacks in events makes up for in birthdays. Brad Pitt, 62. Christina Aguilera, 45. Stone Cold Steve Austin, 61. Jalen Daniels, 25. Katie Holmes, 47. Steven Spielberg, 79. Trish Stratus is 50. Ronald Acuna Jr., 28. Casper Van Dien is 57, and if you haven't watched Starship Troopers, then you really need to go watch that movie. It is an excellent movie.
I like that one.
Guilty pleasure. If it's on, I'm watching. And the man who will outlive us all, and I do mean all of us, Keith Richards, turns 82 today.
Wow. I don't know. Steven Tyler's going. The leader of the Rolling Stones is still going.
I'm just saying, Keith Richards can outlive us all.
Yeah.
There was one there I wanted to comment on. Go back to the beginning. Who were the
Brad
beginning?
Pitt, Christina Aguilera,
No.
Stone Cold Steve Austin,
No.
Jalen Daniels.
Jalen Daniels, your quarterback is 25 years old, Chuck.
That is crazy.
He's still playing college football. Well, I guess technically he's done.
He's done, yeah.
That's what I couldn't remember. There's something. 25. 25. Wow. That's crazy.
And on this day, in 1620, the English ship, the Mayflower, anchored in Plymouth Harbor, Massachusetts. A small party of sailors from the vessel go ashore as the passengers prepare to begin their new settlement in Plymouth Colony. They land at the rock and put the date in it. You go look at the rock now, very disappointing, because it's just a rock. Like it's not like some big boulder. It's just a rock.
But is the date in it?
The date's in it.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
cool.
1620. And that is this day in sports history.
All right, this day in sports history. I mean, there's probably... Is there anything in your, like, sightseeing deal where you're like, oh, that's it. That's all there is? Where you go, you were really excited and you get there and you went, oh, huh.
No, I can't remember any of that. I mean, I climbed to the top of Texas and New Mexico, and both times was like, yeah, this is what I was expecting. Yeah,
Okay.
It was awesome. Been to the Grand Canyon and been like, holy cow, this is cooler than even I thought.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't think of anything offhand that has left me disappointed. Hey, when you get to the top of a mountain, anything's good. Like, hey,
Right.
I don't have to go up anymore. The
Right.
view is spectacular, and I get to sit for a minute, and then I get to go down.
Right.
Yeah.
Down easier.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing's disappointing.
Somebody wants to know if that was the KU quarterback or the Washington Commanders quarterback.
Jaden Daniels? J-A-Y-D-E-N?
Did you say Jay or Jalen?
Jaden
Oh,
Daniels.
no, you said Jalen.
Did I say Jalen?
Yeah.
You
So
said Jalen.
Jaden.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. So it's the Commander's quarterback that's 25.
Okay, that's 25.
But Jalen Daniels is, I mean, he's not far behind him. I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think he's that. He's no spring chicken. I mean, I have no idea if.
And I used to have a hard time remembering which one was which,
Yeah.
but I came up with a little system.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I mean, the one that plays for Kansas has a L. We always want Kansas to lose.
Okay.
Jaden plays for the Commanders.
Jalen is 23.
Yeah.
23. Okay. All right. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
He's got an L in there. So.
Jeff,
he's used to it too.
You definitely said Jalen. Yeah.
Yeah, he's used to it too. I mean, they had 7 losses this year.
Yeah, he did have. They did have a bunch.
Yeah, so I mean, including 1, 2.
It really wasn't his fault though. He still had a good season.
Yeah, they just haven't figured out how to play defense there, or I don't know if they want to play defense there. That's the difference there.
Yeah, it wasn't so long ago that Kansas just needed a quarterback, and that they would be a good college football team.
Mm-hmm.
I think they want to. That would be my guess, Chuck. I've not done any research, but I bet they bring in like a defensive coordinator and everything, and I bet they coach him.
Scheme it up and all those kinds of things.
All those things. Yeah. I bet they want to, Chuck. I bet you there's a desire for it.
Maybe on the coaching staff, but maybe not from the players so much. I saw this yesterday too. This is a bunch of I saw this last night kind of stuff, which is crazy to me because I thought they had figured it out. But the Chicago Bears are looking for a new stadium. You know, they bought this area around Arlington Heights, and they tore down the racetrack up there. And I thought they were going to build on that site and build this, multi-billion-dollar deal that would, hold Super Bowls and Final Fours and concerts, so that Keith Richards could go play there. But now, apparently, the state has informed them that they're not going to do the infrastructure around that in 2026. So now they're looking for a different spot. And they've expanded their search to the state of Indiana. And apparently, and I did not know this, the Indiana border from Illinois, and specifically Soldier Field, is 15 miles.
Yeah. It's
right there. Yeah, I didn't know that. But how strange would it be for the Chicago Bears to be in Indiana?
That'd be weird. How weird would it be for the Chicago White Sox to be in Nashville? That would also be weird.
That'd be weird, but they'd be the Nashville
something at that point.
Something at that point. I think.
I also imagine if they moved to Indiana.
Are any of the Kansas City teams technically in Missouri?
Yeah, they're all in Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah, Kansas City, Missouri. Where they're.
Yeah. Okay. Or isn't Giants Jet Stadium in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so similar deal.
Similar deal. It's just you think of Chicago, sold out Soldier Field, all that kind of stuff.
Yep. Sold out, they can't get it fixed.
Yeah, Arrowhead is really close to a little suburb called Raytown, Missouri. It's like right there, but I think it's in the Kansas City area.
This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
7:15 this morning here on the Morning Drive. Good morning with Jamie Lent and Jeff McGuire and Chuck Heinz. The old text line a little spicy this morning.
Spicy.
A little spicy. If we get beat against Oregon, what will people say about Tech after all the accolades we had during the season?
That Oregon must be a really good freaking football team.
Yeah, I mean, you're still Big 12 champions, okay? And, you're going to be disappointed. It doesn't mean that you had some tricked up season.
Okay, well, I think it'll be said differently depending on where you are and where your fandom is, right? I mean, I think Red Raider fans will probably say, awesome season, best we've ever had. Man, it was great. Probably left a little meat on the bone. Mm-hmm. In this town, that's what you'll hear from our fan base across the country. That's what you'll hear. I think nationally, I think people will probably say a little bit about the Big 12 as far as, Big 12 champ, still, not winning a game in the college football playoff, and a lot of hype around the program, and a lot of great players, a lot of money spent, all the above, but still not good enough to face off with the top teams in the Big East, SEC and Big Ten. Mm-hmm. Is any of that inaccurate?
No.
So, I mean, your team has the ability to change the narrative, but ultimately, if you fall to Oregon, that's going to be accurate.
Yeah.
That all of those things were great, but you weren't good enough against the better teams in the SEC or Big Ten.
Yeah.
Again, it's hard. That's just a fact. Mm-hmm. But that's what people are going to think. Mm-hmm. The national people aren't going to be like, oh, man, that team was better. They, that was a really good team, and Oregon got lucky. That's not what the national narrative is going to be.
Unless it's some kind of lucky, pick six pass at the end.
Yeah, and somebody mentions on the chat line, you're going to be in the last 8 standing. It's still very impressive.
Yes,
but if you're one of those people out there that's comparing it to where you are payroll wise, and if you're reportedly number 2 in the country, you're like, well, they spent all that money and couldn't even get that far. Whatever.
Yeah, you're going to hear the money narrative.
But the narrative is, or excuse me, the fact of the matter is, if you don't beat Oregon, they're going to say you can't match up with the best teams in the SEC or the Big Ten, and we have to accept that that's accurate. Mm-hmm. You couldn't. You didn't. So let's hope it's not true.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're worried about. We're going to play James Madison anyway.
All right. Let's. I'm really intrigued by this. I've not heard what Coach McGuire said on this, but I'm going to assume the question was somewhere along this line. Here's what it says. Preparing in a way not to lose, like last year's first-round bye teams lost in the first game.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it more, but, just talking to different people of what they would have done differently, we did some sudden change today of good on good, trying to get, we wanted to make sure that our tackles were seeing legitimate big-time speed. So, we went, usually we don't do that at this time of year. So we did that, and, we feel like that our practice, we're going to get a little bit more practices than what we have in the past as far as in pads. So trying to keep the physicality, being smart about it, but trying to keep the physicality. That's the tough thing. Whenever you're sitting there and the buys last year, all lost, well, you're taking a month off. That's this is not natural. We're the only, at any level, we're the only group of football-wise that does this. So, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. He's exactly right. And I think as they add teams to the college football playoffs, you're going to see less and less time. You may see the games get – you may have your ending, still on January the 19th or 12th or something along those lines. But I think as you add teams to it, you're going to push the calendar so that you're playing almost right away after the conference championship games, or maybe a week after the conference championship games instead of, 3 weeks after the conference championship games.
I don't know how else you could do it without cutting down on that.
Yeah.
And there's not another, unless you're going to try to push it back farther to end later. Nobody's going to want that. There's no question that you're going to start earlier.
That narrative, though, it's so dumb. And I say it's dumb for the following reasons. Is it accurate? 1,000% accurate. Congratulations, you can count to 4, because that's how many top 4 seeds have played in the college football playoff. We were all proud of you that you got to 4. Let's see if you can get to 8 and see if it's still true. Now, does that mean that if all 4 of these teams win this year, well, that means you've got a 50% chance of losing if you have the bye. Yes, congratulations, that's how numbers work. They changed how the seeding works, so that shouldn't happen again. It was different last year.
Completely different deal.
Yeah, it is.
Are you asking Ohio State these comments? Are you talking to any of the other top 4 seeds? No. It's the stupidest question to be asking.
Oh, that was a little aggressive.
Let's be smart.
I don't even know who asked that question, but okay.
Oh, without a doubt, I think I know who did.
Okay.
But
I think I do too now.
Them on these radio.
I think I do too now.
It was not anybody that has worked in that room with you guys. Yeah. So I'll put it that way.
I wasn't in that room yesterday.
That sounded a little personal.
Yeah. All right. Let's get one more thing here from Coach McGuire, and I think this is something that you have to keep kind of watch on, staying focused and keeping focused with the time off.
You challenge these guys. Like it's really a daily challenge of like, how serious do y'all want to get another game, and how much fun you're having. But it's like, it really is. The great thing is we're an older team. The leaders have been tremendous leaders all year long, player-led team. So, you just kind of wind Lee Hunter up and he'll get some people if they need to be, get going in a different direction, and just focusing on, we want to have fun. We got to get our work in, but we want to have fun. Last night we went to Evie Mays as a team, and food was incredible. Tomorrow night we're going to go to main event and bowl and play some games, and so just trying to do both of since school's not in and they're out of their regular routine, make sure they're focused, but also enjoying this time together.
7:22. Yeah, I think that's important. I think, having those outings like that and keeping your team kind of together and, upright and on their feet and, away from the distractions. All those things.
Completely agree.
All those things. Yes. Paul asked this question. How come Jeff is not the mayor of Lubbock?
I would never get anybody to vote for me.
I think, Jamie, I think you're electable.
What?
I do. I think you're electable.
The people of Lubbock would vote some Yankee.
Well, no, I think you're electable.
Some Yankees fan. Yeah.
But I think because you bring a lot of common sense. But maybe that doesn't make you electable by being
shaking hands, kissing babies. Does that look like me, Chuck?
I would be your. Me? Here's the deal, Jamie. Should you choose to run, you wouldn't want me as your campaign manager.
No.
You wouldn't want me as your front man.
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
No. We spend enough time together, Chuck.
Well, we wouldn't have to spend any more time together. I think
we would.
I'd just be your. I'd be your front man.
I think you'd be great at it. I don't think that would be a lot of fun for me running for any elections.
Yeah. If I was going to be anything, I'd want to be like a congressman or something like that, because I think the parties
you wanted to be a senator because it was a 6-year term and the parties were better.
Yes.
No, it's always about the parties.
Either one of those. Either one of those jobs would be pretty good. But being a senator, you'd only have to run every 6 years. I'm 65, so my shelf life's not going to be very long for doing something like that, because it's a young man's game. But, I choose not to run.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I choose not to run.
Well, I would vote for you.
Would you?
Yes.
I don't know if you would or not. You'd vote for me, then you go, oh, man, he's out of here. Now I have to deal with him every day.
No.
Vote for Chuck so Jamie could be free.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
And next,
Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3 is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
Right? Kiss from your wife's always a good thing, right?
As long as she's not drinking coffee.
As long as it's not with a 2x4.
Otherwise, it's, definitely appreciated. But, I'll give you the talk to the hand if you're, just finishing down a gulp of coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
like
My wife or anybody else's wife.
Okay.
To talk to the hand.
Yeah, just so you know, if you're somebody else's wife and you're giving Jamie a smooch, make sure you have a breath mint before.
All right, so today we're going to talk college football playoffs.
Okay.
You guys know the schedule for this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
When I use the term upset, I mean a worse seed beating a better seed.
Yeah.
The first upset in the college football playoffs will be when? Who will beat who? In case you were wondering, next week, Texas Tech plays the first game against James Madison or Oregon. Next week, by next week, I mean next round.
Yeah.
Because it's technically not next week. Indiana will play next against their opponent, Alabama or Oklahoma. The third game will be Georgia against either Tulane or Ole Miss. And then Ohio State will get the winner of Miami and Texas A&M. The first upset will be who?
I think the first upset is going to be the winner of the Alabama-Oklahoma game, which I think it's going to be Oklahoma winning at home. If Alabama was still coached by Nick Saban, I would pick Alabama. I'm not bought in on Coach DeBoer yet. Not that I'm like pining for him to have tremendous success. I just don't think he's one of them, and I don't think it's going to go well there. For by hook or by crook, the Oklahomans they've got it figured out. I think they're going to beat Indiana. So put me down for Oklahoma over Indiana.
You're saying January 1st.
The Rose Bowl on January 1st.
Yes.
At 3:00.
Yes.
So we have one game on Friday. I am picking game 2 of the college football playoff, which would be Miami at Texas A&M.
Okay. So you got
11 o'clock kickoff in Kyle Field.
I would not be shocked. That would not shock me at all. Okay. Funny that Jeff went with that one because my answer is the Cotton Bowl on December the 31st. And so actually that's I gave you them in the wrong order. Okay? That one's played before the other 3 second round games.
Yeah, because it's a December 31st.
Yeah, December 31st, New Year's or Christmas.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
I think Texas A&M is going to defeat Ohio State that night at the Cotton Bowl.
Wow. That's a good pick. You know what? That's a really good pick.
Home game for the Aggies.
Yep. There'll be a lot of white towels and stuff like that with that game.
Yeah.
Waving them. Whooping, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of milkmen on the sidelines, too. They'll probably have extra milkmen on the sidelines, too.
Extra?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think the Aggies over Ohio State.
Okay.
So
that's a solid pick.
I'm intrigued by Jeff's pick. If that could be a real thing. I got to tell you, I don't know what's going on with me. I think I'm rooting for the Aggies Saturday morning. I don't know why. I don't want Miami in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, officer, I need you to come to 620 Avenue O immediately. I've got a crazy person sitting.
Coming to take me away. Ha ha.
Not you.
He.
You're not the one rooting for the Aggies.
I know.
I just don't have the dislike for the Aggies that I once did.
What happened, Jamie?
I have it for Texas. I have it for TCU. I have it for Oklahoma State. I just don't have it for the Aggies like I once did.
And your burn on Oklahoma State the whole school, or is it just the baseball program?
The baseball program just leads into everything else.
Okay, it just spills into everything. Okay.
Else, yeah.
He's not a big fan of their basketball team.
The head of the snake is definitely their baseball.
Their baseball program. Yeah.
Baseball coach.
Their
head coach.
Coach.
Now that being said, we like their current head coach
for football.
Yeah.
Well, I did once. I'm not going to root for him.
We're not rooting for him, but there's a special place in our heart for him somewhere.
Yeah, no doubt.
Do you of the top 4, if we were to, let's just say, go to a neutral site, which team do you think people would say is, I hate using the word fraud, but maybe is going to say they aren't who everybody thinks they are? Do you think the two that would be probably pointed out the most would be Texas Tech and Indiana, just because you're the new kids on the block, compared to Georgia and Ohio State?
Man, I just don't know what to think about the Big Ten.
Okay.
To be completely honest with you, Indiana can play some defense now. Just like the Red Raiders. I like the Red Raiders offense better than I do Indiana's. That's a tough question, Chuck. Who do I think is the fraud of those 4? Because I don't think any of the 4 are frauds.
Yeah, and like I said, I hate using the word fraud, but just, where people go, they're going to get theirs. And it may be us. We may be, are we the...
You shut your mouth over that kind of conversation.
And you said, what would people say? I mean, which people? Are we talking about people in Lubbock, Texas?
No.
Out across the nation?
Just college football fans in general.
I'm sure they would pick us first.
Yeah.
Good. Let them do it.
Yeah.
Keep doubting them.
This might be one of the best traditional kind of Christmas songs. You know it's Christmas when Andy Williams comes on and sings this. You know, he's got it going. He's dead now, but I mean, when he had it going, he's got it going. He had it going.
Let me just tell you about those graveyards, folks.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
8:15 this morning here on the Morning Drive. I just was enjoying that a little bit. Yeah, that's a good one.
Chuck is definitely not the Grinch. I mean, he wears holiday ties.
Yeah, I got a Santa Claus tie on today. Mm-hmm. Going down the chimney, and stockings are hung by the chimney with care.
My favorite
St. Nicholas soon will be there.
My favorite little tidbit about the Grinch: he was never green until the TV special, like the original cartoon.
What color was he before?
He wasn't. He was just in the book. He was just drawn in the Dr. Seuss book. He didn't have a color. And then when they put the thing together, when they put the cartoon together, they made him green, and since then he has been green.
That makes sense. I was going to tell you, Chuck, I've always said how stylish of a guy you were.
Thank you.
I was going to see if I could borrow something from you tomorrow.
Sure.
If that would be all right.
What would you like to borrow?
Well, there's an ugly sweater contest tomorrow, so I wondered if one of your KU or Chiefs sweaters I could wear.
Sure, yeah. You can. I'll tell you what. I can bring in my William Allen White School of Journalism sweatshirt for you to wear. Because you're a journalist. You're a journalist, right? You consider yourself a journalist, right?
Some version, yeah. I guess.
You're.
Hey, Jamie, you consider yourself a radio guy, right?
Well, I mean, there's a difference between being a journalist and
right.
And
I think Jamie falls more. And this is not a knock. He's not going out and breaking down stories. He's not going in and digging up dirt and diving deep on things, other than what his girl's free throw percentage is.
Very much a low diver, more of a cannonball guy than a diver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's not spending hours on the phone trying to get a piece of information.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this true that I'm seeing on the chat
No,
line?
that's not true. We were talking about. I don't know how we got off on talking about
Somebody
stuff.
on the chat line says that Chuck, I heard on the broadcast that you and Fink are going to have a shooting contest when you all go to Baylor.
We might get some shots up at shoot around, but we don't have a contest scheduled like anything one-on-one or anything like that.
You guys want to come to the gym tonight and get some practice in?
Oh, I'm free tonight. Yeah. I would love to spend some. Will your darling daughter give me some tips? And you too?
I think my darling daughter, who is a typical 18-year-old, probably likes talking less than I do.
Which is shocking, because usually girls like to talk.
The 20-year-old does.
Okay. She is always and you know what? She is so warm and friendly.
She is that definitely the happy one in the house.
She
She's
seems to
also
be.
the loudest of the house.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that time of the year where she's moved back in, and it's louder.
It's louder. Chuck, you can wear your Freddy Krueger sweater tomorrow. Nope. I ain't wearing that thing. I saw it hanging in my closet the other day, and I'm like, I ain't wearing that thing to work. I'm not wearing it. All right, Bruce Feldman has written this article on The Athletic, and I think this is interesting. There's a lot of interesting stuff in here, but the opening paragraph, I'm just going to read it to you. I think it's really interesting. He says, "This has been one of the most entertaining college football seasons in recent memory."
I think the most for me.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Wonder why.
I'm just reading it verbatim here. Neither of the top two teams in the preseason AP Top 25, Texas or Penn State, made the college football playoff, nor did number 4 Clemson or number 6 Notre Dame. In fact, just 5 of the preseason top 17 made the field. That's interesting.
Only 5 of the top 17. Wow.
Yeah, I know. So they
I would guess James Madison came from the farthest back.
Probably so. So he says this: we polled more than 24 coaches from Power 4 and Group of 5 and ask them who will win it all, who is the biggest fraud, who is the best coach, and the biggest sleeper. Okay? So which team do you think this group of experts said would win it all? What percentage? What team got the highest percentage is what I'm going to ask you.
I bet Ohio State got the highest percentage.
Second highest, they had 42, Georgia at 50.
Okay.
Then Indiana at 4 and Oregon at 4. So clearly they think a separation.
Indiana only 4%?
Yeah. This is what one group of 5 head coach said. They played big in big games. I was really impressed with them winning at Oregon and beating Ohio State the way they did. Okay.
Well, I mean, they're even bigger in the playoffs.
All right. Who do you think is the biggest fraud in the field?
I could see Texas Tech be biggest fraud and biggest sleeper.
Texas Tech was listed second, tied with Alabama at 17%, Ole Miss at 29%, James Madison at 8%, Oregon at 4%, Oklahoma 4%, and no answer 21%.
So who's the biggest fraud?
Ole Miss at 29%.
29%.
Okay. But 21% gave no answer, which, okay, if you're going to have a poll, you should have to answer all the questions to be able to. Anyway.
How about James Madison?
Yes. Just because of who they are.
Or Tulane. That seems pretty simple.
This SEC defensive coordinator says this about Alabama. I think Alabama should have like 5 losses this year. I wonder if his teenage daughter answered that. I think Alabama should have 5 losses this year. They shouldn't be there, is what that SEC defensive coordinator says. This is what a Big 12 offensive coordinator says about Texas Tech. Their D-line is really phenomenal. They can hold their gaps, and they let those linebackers play freely. But their offense has had so many opportunities, and they really struggle in the red zone. Baron Morton is talented, but he's played a ton, and some of his decision-making is pretty poor. I don't know about the last part. I mean, the first part, yep. D-line phenomenal. Yep. Linebackers play free. Yep. We've struggled in the red zone. That's all fair, right?
Yeah. I don't think you can argue with any
What
of
about
that.
the decision-making of Barron? I don't know that. I can't.
I think he's made some poor decisions at times, but I think every quarterback does.
Sure, yeah. Then which team is the biggest sleeper in the field? Jeff, you want to take a crack at this one? You might like this answer.
A&M.
No. No. I said you might like this answer.
I might like this answer.
And they give me a hard time. And I'm dealing with this stuff.
I was thinking about do I want to take the biggest
Chuck-esque.
sleeper, and I was trying to come up with the answer.
That was very
That's when I
Chuck-esque.
quit
I wonder
listening.
why my brain is warped, Miami is the number one
Oh, okay.
answer. 21%. Jeff had earlier said today that Miami was
beating
going to
A&M,
beat A&M. Oregon is second, tied with Oklahoma at 17%. Alabama 13%, tied with A&M and Ole Miss, and Texas Tech at 4%. Okay. Is there a path for the group of 5 teams, Tulane and James Madison, to win a game this year? How many percent do you say said no?
100%.
88% said no.
What 12 people were doing day drinking?
This from a Big Ten running backs coach. No way. Tulane's going to be beat by 20 plus. James Madison may lose by 40. They're going to get embarrassed.
Totally agree.
The ACC offensive analyst says the only shot is if someone's bus breaks down. A Big 12 head coach says this. I'd like to see it happen personally because it keeps the hopes alive of 50-plus G5 programs, but they just can't match up physically. I'd like to know who said that.
Can we kick him out of the league?
Who do you think will pull off an upset? Jeff, you might like this answer.
Fred Astaire.
58% said, Jeff,
Ohio.
Miami.
Ohio.
Jeff.
He's not even
58% said Jeff.
He's not even playing. No one, 25%. Oklahoma 13%, Tulane 4%. A group of 5 tight ends coach says Miami over A&M, Jeff. The Aggies are really good, but their coordinators might be distracted, and Miami is really talented. got a couple more things on this, and we'll continue.
Why are the Aggies distracted?
Well, they've changed one coordinator because he left, but they've promoted somebody from within. So,
okay.
Yeah.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.